Okay guys, thank you so much for clicking on this one, and I suppose thank you so much for subscribing if you are one of those now 5,000 subscribers, which is so crazy to hear. Because when I started making videos on this car, I basically did it as like a self-check point, because I kept on saying I was going to do all these things and I didn't do them. So I was like, if I make videos about it, it holds myself accountable because I've said it online. So the fact there's now 5,000 of you following along the journey of this build on this car is just so crazy to me. Like, there's less of these EP3s on the road in the UK than there are subscribers on my channel. Like, that's nuts. I definitely didn't think I'd be able to get to this sort of size, and this does now feel like the beginning of something like pretty cool. Like, I really do think this could become something that I'm able to do more full time, because this doesn't earn me that much money. To be fair, actually, all the money I've ever earned from YouTube, I have in a bank account saved for when I go to get the next car. It's really not that much. It's like 800 quid over 3 years. So the return on investment, if you look at it at a business point of view, terrible. But that's not what this is about. I just wanted to be transparent with you guys, as you guys are obviously along for the journey. You've obviously found something enjoyable about my videos, and for that I am truly thankful. Without you guys subscribing and checking out the videos, basically companies wouldn't want to work with me and stuff like that. I get loads of comments on the videos, and you guys hit me up on Instagram just telling me how helpful my videos have been, and that means so much to me. Like, I really appreciate you guys reaching out and telling me that sort of stuff, because at the end of the day, that shows that I'm obviously making content you guys want to watch. So that's really useful. To be fair, like, I don't actually really know what I'm doing. It may seem like I have an idea, but I basically make it up as I go along, and the all info I have is just what I've heard from other people and what have you. So I'm hoping I haven't led anyone down the wrong path or anything. I don't really know. I'm like investing in myself. Got a brand new laptop, which I am super hyped about. It is amazing, and hopefully that means I can bring you some cooler content moving forward as well. So in terms of the channel moving forward, I've got plans. I've got a separate savings account for money to go towards a new car, because obviously this car is basically almost done. Definitely won't be getting rid of the EP3. This will be staying hopefully forever. I don't really want to ever get rid of this car, but I will be getting another car for the channel, and that I'm hoping can happen in the not too distant future, but it's hard to say. I'm trying to buy a house at the same time. Like, if I need the money for that, then obviously real life does come into play. I'm hoping the next year is going to be a good one for the channel, for me personally and all that. Yeah, I'm feeling confident, and I'm hoping all these things happen, because that means I get to bring you guys along, and I hope you will all stick around. But in terms of the channel growing and moving forward, I have another announcement to make. There we go guys, Acuity have jumped on board to become a channel sponsor, and basically how it all happened was I ended up actually buying that Acuity TPS sensor. They saw that video and decided to reach out, and they want to be a part of the channel, which is pretty cool. So what that basically means is I'm now an affiliate for them. So if you want to support the channel in another way, you can buy Acuity parts using my link, and then I get a kickback from that. Basically, that's how it works. And every order that you place with Acuity, you get various bits thrown in, which is pretty cool. So if you want to split up your orders and get a couple of different bags, you can do that. Also, if you're one of my US viewers, because I know that about 10% of my viewers are from the US, so shout out to you guys. And yeah, if you order anything through the Acuity website, anything over $100, you get free shipping. But yeah, just thought I'd introduce them to the channel and let you know that I'm now affiliate with Acuity. Pretty cool, things are happening, it's pretty exciting. And then finally in this video, I just thought I'd take you along for my Honda service. So before we go to that, I just want to say a massive thank you again to all of you. Thanks for Acuity for jumping on board and sponsoring the channel. Let's cut to past me, because yeah, didn't know what to do with this footage, but now I do. So if you want to know what happens with my service, here you go. Alright guys, I thought I'd just bring you along. I'm going to Honda for a service with the EP3. I do this for multiple reasons, which I will run through now and show you how filthy this car is, because it's pretty disgusting right now. Okay, it's kind of a shame that this doesn't show up as well on camera as it does in person, but this thing is absolutely disgusting right now. Yeah, it's pretty grim. I've basically been doing loads of miles up and down the country and haven't had time to clean it, but luckily that's one of the things that the guys at Honda are going to do today. They are going to give this thing a wash. So the reason I do this is for, well, one, they're going to wash it. That's very convenient. Two, obviously it needs a service, and I guess I can't really be bothered to do it, but also with Honda doing it, they do a full check over the car and everything, and I like to know what's wrong with this thing, if there is anything wrong, so that I can fix it moving forward. I like to just basically keep up to date with it. This also does have a full service history, so I like being able to keep up to date with that. Another massive benefit is that I get AA breakdown cover included from Honda with a service, so that obviously knocks that cost down. And I guess, yeah, it's also for a peace of mind knowing that Honda are looking over the car, and like I said, letting me know if there's anything wrong that I can then fix throughout the year once I get it back, because obviously Honda are going to charge crazy prices for things, so it's good to know what's wrong with it but without them actually doing any of the work. Basically, I'm going to jump on the road now, head over to my local Honda garage, get this thing booked in and everything. Let's see if there's anything wrong with this thing or if we're all good. So I'm here at Aylesbury Honda. They're gonna, give me a service and everything, but I thought while I'm here, I just thought I would show you around the car park, because a couple of Type Rs over here and I haven't had a look at some of these for a while. So 37 grand for this one. This is super cool. But this grey one, I think this is my sort of thing. A little bit more expensive, but something about a grey Type R, it's just the red Honda badge just goes so well with it. Comment below, what's your favourite, the FK8 or the FK2? Which one are you going for? I do like these FK2s. I'm not in this blue actually, not the biggest fan of this blue, but I do kind of think this is more of like a classic Civic shape. But there is something about the front end of these things, just looks so aggressive, especially once you stick some other parts in it as well. These can look pretty cool. So basically, I'm going to stay here for the next couple of hours and just wait for this to be done. I've got some editing to do while I'm here and what have you, but I'll catch up with you guys once I've found out all the things to do with this thing, basically. Boom, there we go. As if like magic, we have a clean car and a car that's got a clean bit of health. Apparently there is nothing wrong, some slight corrosion, which there's a video I need to check out to have a look at, but I'm just going to do that when I get home. Car is all good, all the health checks are good. I'll run through the piece of paper when I get back. Just thought I'd give you a quick overview whilst I'm still here. The guys here at Honda, they also tried to see if they could get my front bumper to fit a bit better, which it looks like they have a little bit, but they couldn't get it much better than I already had it, which obviously means I need some new brackets or something. Again, I need to look into that more. I'm going to jump back in the car and head home, and I'll run through the piece of paper that I've got to explain what they actually check over if you didn't check my last one of these. Alright then guys, it's actually the next day because it ended up getting dark by the time I got home because I was there for such a while yesterday, but thought I would run through everything on here. So first of all, I guess it's worth mentioning the thing I actually got. So I got a Honda 12 service again. I've been getting those for a few years because of things that I've upgraded. They then don't need to change the things that are on the 12 Plus service. So I paid £200 for this Honda 12 service this year. Can't remember how much a 12 Plus is because I haven't had one of those for a few years, but I will get one next year. And then they basically put a tick box next to it. They check the tires, they check the battery voltage, they check brake pad wear, all of that sort of stuff. Ah, okay. It does actually say on here what they do on top of the 12 that makes it a 12 Plus. So they would change the air filter, which obviously I don't need changing. They would replace a pollen filter and they replace the brake fluid. When I was on the phone booking this in, I did ask about when they recommend changing the brake fluid. Honda recommends every 3 years, and because I got these Brembo brakes nearly 2 years? Yeah, nearly 2 years ago now, and that was with new brake fluid. I don't need the brake fluid replacing this year, but I will next year. And the pollen filter, I guess, because I'll never need the air filter because I got the carbon Tegra intake. But yeah, basically I'll run through the checklist of things that they check. So they do fit car protection kit, not sure what that is. Check operation of all lights, check operation of horn, check operation of wipers, check operation of windscreen washers, top up washer fluid, drain and refill engine oil, replace engine oil filter and sump washer, inspect brake pipes and fuel lines, inspect exhaust system, and then they've got the brake pad wear, brake disc, inspect cooling system for leaks, inspect auxiliary drive belts, check antifreeze content, check all fluid levels, check battery condition, check tires and pressures, report on tire tread depth, check front and rear suspension, wheel bearings, drive shaft and gaiters, track rod ends and ball joints, check and adjust handbrake, road test brakes, road test steering, road test suspension, road test engine and transmission, road test heating system, road test check for abnormal noises, complete safety health check, note any additional work required, inspect underbody for corrosion, check IMS/TRK bottle expiry date where applicable. So I assume that's not for my car because I've never heard of that. Could be wrong, could be something I just don't know about. So basically that's all the things that they check, and then you get this like traffic light system thing, and this basically breaks down if you need things changing, change them. So red obviously means change, amber is like probably should do it soon, and then green is there's nothing to worry about. So I've got on absolutely everything. Well, here it says exhaust non-standard fitted, suspension/steering non-standard fitted. Yeah, that's totally true. So I've got everything as green basically. Tires are all good. But then what's also cool is they do a little video walk around, which I mentioned earlier. I'll show you that now to show you the underside of this thing. It does look like I'm getting corrosion near the rear arches on the bottom of the sill. So I think it might be time for me to get this thing booked in with Motion to get the underside done, and I might get a few other little bits done then as well. I do plan on keeping this car. It seems to be worthwhile to make the investment now. So let's cut to that video and you'll see what I'm talking about.
So a few items damaged. This front cross member here, starting to corrode. Not much of oil each way. Some corrosion is starting to bubble on the sills, especially in these rear corners here. They're quite notorious for it. What I suggest is a rub down as a treatment on both sides. Apart from that, it doesn't really need much service wise. Just a few loose screws here and there.
So there you go guys, that's basically everything. As you can see, the underside of the rear arches, that's starting to look a bit sketchy. So that's gonna be something I'm gonna be looking into in the next few months. So for £200, I think it's a useful thing to do, especially when you get the AA breakdown cover included, because obviously that's an extra cost you'd want to have anyway. So I kind of take what that would cost off of the amount of the service. That's how another way I justify it to myself. And it just means I didn't have to do it. I like having the checklist of everything, to know that Honda's checking everything over every year, just peace of mind, keep up with the full service history, that sort of thing. So there we go guys, that is my car fully serviced, clean bit of health. So it's time to smash it about a bit more on some roads in the dry, because obviously that rust isn't looking too great, and then there's some more stuff coming in the future. So that's going to do it for this one guys. Hopefully you found that informative, something useful for if you're thinking of getting it done at Honda or whatever. Just a useful bit of info I suppose. But yeah, if there's anything else you want to know about this car, check out some of my previous videos on this channel, as there's loads of stuff about this car on there. Subscribe if this was useful and you want to see more content from me in the future. Like this video and I'll catch you guys in the next one.